What up, y'all? Big Frank here to add another name to the fallen. If you don't know by now, and most of you do, at the start of the year, Angel Ojeda died. Ojeda. I know I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize. He was 58 years old, and I was told he had 6 kids. Now, if you've seen this before, you know if you grew up downtown Brooklyn like I did, you're known for at least 3 things. These are the 3 things I knew about Angel. One, he could throw hands. Everybody I talked to told me he could throw hands. I got more stories about him fighting than anything else. He was a Golden Gloves. He boxed in the Golden Gloves. And there's a clip of him and Julio, because Julio throws hands too. He's nice with his hands. On YouTube at his age. I can't say he was like 56, but he was older. Still in great shape. I heard that he went to jail for manslaughter because he beat a guy to death. Now, I don't know that for sure. I heard that story, and because I know that he was nice with his hands, I don't doubt it. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Two, the second thing I know about him. Sorry about that. My video keeps slipping. He was a gentleman about it. He could throw hands, but he would fight a fair one. His sister went to Brooklyn Friends. I got this story from Aaron. One day, Angel went up to go get her, and he ran into some guy, some black guy, and they started arguing. I don't know about what. Aaron doesn't know about what. But one of them said, "You want to fight a fair one?" And they did. They started banging it out in the middle of the street. Angel got his licks in, the black guy got his licks in, and after that, when they were tired of throwing hands, they shook hands and went their separate ways. Shit that people don't do anymore. Nobody throws hands anymore. He was a gentleman about it. That's some night shit. Like, look, I don't like you, you don't like me. We ain't gotta shoot each other. Let's throw hands. You wanna get it off your chest? Let's go. And they threw hands like gentlemen and parted ways. I dig that. Thing 3. Angel was as 100 Puerto Rican as you can get, right? He was a títere, because he could throw hands. He was a papi chulo, because he looked good. You know, he had that smoldering, looks. He had that wireframe body and the thick eyelash. There's a picture with him and a gold chain. He looked good, right? He was 100% Boricua, and he was a true New Yorican, one of the last of the Mohicans. Everything you could say about a Puerto Rican, he was. And I think that about him. To know the fact that if you had beef with me, we could be gentlemen about it and go our separate ways. He always said, "What's up?" to me. Now, I didn't know him very well. We didn't grow up in, he was maybe 5 years older than me in downtown Brooklyn. That's a whole generation. That's a lifetime. But I ran into him in the street last summer, right? A picture that I'm going to try to put up. He knew me. We shook hands like old friends because, he was part of the neighborhood. He taught me about, it's stories like that I grow up and I live by. But now he's gone. His family lived downtown. His niece, right? She died. I'm not gonna say her name. She died, and they named the block for her downtown Brooklyn. It made the news. But yeah, he's gone now. So I'm gonna add him to the fallen, and like I've told you before, I believe that you die twice. You die once when they put your body in the ground, and twice when they start saying your name. And I'm gonna continue saying his name as with everybody else that I'm about to mention now until I die. Roots. And can somebody please tell me his real name, because I don't know his real name. Richard Ubarry, first guy I ever saw smoke weed in public. Glenn, who I live by a credo. When Glenn, there was a fight that broke out, and Glenn jumped in it, and they were going to stomp the kid to death, and I asked Glenn why he did that. Glenn looked at me and said, "Yo, Frank, they were going to kill him. He didn't deserve that." I live by. Bubba, Guy, if you guys remember, we went to that beach. Rob Martinez had set up a beach thing, and we took a couple of buses out there. The neighborhood got behind the guy and they were lifting him in the air. Please, if anybody remembers that, when they lifted him in the air and then they threw him in the water, it was amazing to see. Boo Boo, Richie, who had kind eyes, and when he came out of jail, he was brick house. Papo, right? I didn't know Papo that well, but he was big in the neighborhood. His aura and his reputation was big in the neighborhood, and I hadn't beef with him, but I didn't know him that well. Mike Bruno died. I remember Mike Bruno. He chased some kid up into Malave's house and beat the snot out of him. I think the kid's name was Alex. But I remember the story. We told that story all summer. Free, who taught me this. He used to say this all the time. Let me show you the most powerful muscle in the human body. I still remember that. Who else? Jaime. Now, Jaime, they showed me a picture of Jaime. Somebody asked me to add Jaime to the list. I saw a picture and I recognized them, but for the life of me, I don't remember us interacting, and I hope that somebody helps me with my memory, because I remember the face, but I don't remember him. Steven, you guys don't know Steven, but he used to love when I used to tell him stories about what happened in the neighborhood over the weekend and stuff like that. He lived in California. He died of COVID. He wasn't one of us, but he would have fit in. And Monique, right? Monique, who at the time, you might have considered her like a hood rat, but she was ever the lady. She was always so elegant and so poised, and it's who I hope my daughter inspires to be. She was way behind the time and taken from us too soon. And now Angel. I gotta say this, kudos to the ladies of the neighborhood. You have lasted longer and are in better shape and better health than the men that are on this list who are not with us anymore. Good for you. Keep up the good work. And guys, go get yourselves checked. I don't know what Angel died of, but when I saw him, he looked incredible. So there it is. Another one to add to the fallen. Please, if there's somebody I missed or left out, send me a name. Send me a story that you remember. I'll be happy to tell it. And that's it. I miss you. I love you. I'm out.